Well, yeah, because the speaker, the non-dual person, is just sitting there saying, hey, nothing. There's no thing here. No answer. No anything. Nothing on offer. This is pointing to nothing. The nothing, not in the sense that there's not stuff here, all the stuff of the world, all the stuff of life. Not nothing in that sense, but it's nothing in the sense that nothing to use, no answer. Because it's, responding to these questions. The question, what about this? What about that? Yeah, I hear nothing, but what about this story? And what about that problem? And can you explain about this thing? And the speaker's pointer dog is just saying, no, nothing. No thing here to hold. And the no thing means no problem. And the seeker is the problem. The one with the problem is the problem. And it's the assumption, the conviction that this is a problem. It's a problem that needs a solution. And so I'm asking the question, and I'm looking, trying to get it. And the speaker, the non-duality is saying, no, there's just this, and it isn't anything with the problem, because it isn't anything with anything. It's everything. It's already everything. It's all that's here is already everything. It's not in the form of a problem. It's not in the form of a question. It's not in the form of anything separate, anything with a space in it that needs to be filled. There's the appearance of all that. There's the appearance of everything, absolutely everything. Everything you could imagine and more. That's the paradox. That's the craziness of this world, of this appearance. That all of it is appearing in nothing as nothing usable. Nothing for anything else. And it's perfect because there isn't anything else. But you see this enacted in every meeting. The seeker comes with the question, and the speaker just says, yeah, I hear your question. And the answer is nothing. Look, here it is. Here's the answer. It's all here everywhere. It's you. You can't see it because the question can't see itself. That's the joke. The question can't see itself. So it asks someone else. And there is no one else. There's not this dance of separate things is an appearance, but it's not what's here. There is nothing separate here. There's nothing to point out. There's nothing to use. There's nothing to get. It's not that kind of place. It's not that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm talking about this me experience, the seeking experience, seeking activity, is a looking for what it's looking for an experience that isn't here. It's having an experience of something missing, and it's looking for that missing thing in an experience of something else, something better. Well, something better in the specific sense that it has what is missing. That's what better means. It means it answers the condition, the problem. The condition is my experience. And my condition, my experience is perceived to be missing. So I want it different. I want something else. I want a change. I want a changed experience, changed in a specific way, changed in that it's an experience that has what this one is missing. So I'm looking to the future. And I'm trying to get it by asking the question. Because the question is the thing that's going to carry that thing that I'm missing, the solution, the stuff, the missing stuff. So I'm saying that's the seeker. That's what we call the me. Doesn't exist. It's not here. It's a kind of a, I don't know what it is. It's a, well, you could call it a story, a seeming thing, this seeking feeling, the seeking, needing feeling, needing energy, whatever. That's the me, the seeker, the seeking. So the seeker is asking for or looking for a different experience, looking for something in experience, some change. And again, specific kind of change, not just any change, because I'm getting it, changes all the time. I've got changes. I'm having this experience and it's changing, but it keeps being the wrong change. Keeps being the change that I don't want because it keeps being a change that's not doing it, not bringing the goods. It's not bringing the thing that I need, which is that missing whatever it is. And the feeling, it brings up another question every moment, trying to find that thing. Okay, is it this question? Is it that, because I'm getting answers to all my questions, but I'm never getting the answer. Every answer just causes a new question. So that I'm getting the experience, and that's what I get. I get another answer in my experience. The next experience comes as an answer, but it's never usable. It's never the thing. So the hamster wheel keeps turning. So I'm saying that's what the me is, just this process of question-answer, process of looking for the experience that isn't here, but is hoped for, coming, needed. Yeah. So there's that. There's the seeking for the experience that would help my situation. So the seeker goes to the non-duality meeting to do my seeking, bring my seeking to the meeting to get this thing. So that's going on. But there's something else going on too. I started this all by saying that seeking there's a couple things going on here. There's seeking, but there's also something underneath that, which it's not seeking. It's not looking for a better experience. It's not looking for the right experience. It's not having an experience and looking for something that will do the trick. In other words, the better experience. It's a different kind of energy that's there too. Actually, Jim Newman used to talk about this. I haven't heard him do it too much lately, but he used to talk about, there's seeking and there's longing. So that's what I'm pointing to, what he would call, or was calling, longing. not, this longing is there too. It's not looking for an experience. It's not looking at my experience, finding something missing, and then looking for that missing thing. The longing is something else. The longing is really just longing for the end of all this, right? Not for some experience that would be a solution to my problem. That's the seeking. It's looking for just the end of it, the end of the seeking, the end of the whole business, the end of the story. So both of those things are in this seeking, this experience of being me. They have both. It's got both of those qualities, got both of those. Whatever. Both energies, let's say. So there's, and the longing, which it's just a being pulled to the end of all of this story business. And we can say the longing is what is satisfied, in a sense, by the pointing. Just to say it in a way. The pointing isn't speaking to the me. It isn't speaking to the seeking. This message of non-duality has nothing to say to this seeking, this question. That's why the questions are never answered. The speaker of non-duality doesn't have an answer to any question. Doesn't have anything. But it's a pointing to just what's here already, right? The everything that's here, which is the answer to every question in a way. It's the answer and the question and everything. It's not in a form of an answer. So again, it's not addressed to the seeker who just needs an answer to my experience. I need an experience that I can use, experience that will do the trick. The non-duality is pointing to not answering the seeker, but it is answering the longing in a sense, because the longing is just this pull toward, to itself, to this. So this is what there is. So this is what's available. This is what is pointed to by the speaker. And that's why it's not an answer to anything. It's not usable. It's always said, I have nothing on offer. It's nothing. Nothing is what answers the longing. The longing is longing for nothing, for the nothing that it is. The answer and the longing are kind of the same thing. We say the nothing responds to the nothing. So that's the real connection. And it's a connection that just, it's here. It's what there is. So, and that's why we say when that connection happens, that's the so-called change, the so-called shift, but it's not a shift in experience. So it doesn't happen. What happens in experience, and it happens for someone. This isn't that. So it doesn't happen, but in a way, it's the nothing talking to nothing, and the nothing, and getting the point, connecting to the nothing. In a sense, it's like two globs of, or two drops of water. They come together at a certain point. They become one. But they always were one. Water is water, right? So it's that kind of thing. But the seeker, the seeking energy, this me, this experience of me that just feels this as a question and as a problem and as something happening that needs to change, doesn't get this. Doesn't get what's being offered, let's say, by the communication. Because what's being offered is nothing. It's plenty of nothing, right? It's all on offer. It's given freely. It's available, just available everywhere as this. And the pointer is pointing to it. That's the communication, the non-duality. But the seeker never gets it. The seeker, again, is looking for an experience of finding, of having. And that's not available. How can you find what's here? It's not going to happen. How can you find what is? How can you find what you are? What is? Can you find what's everywhere? It's not possible. But that is what's offered, quote unquote offered, by this non-duality communication, non-dual. It's the and it's addressing the longing. So the seeker can't get it, but in a sense, the seeking is the longing also. That's why I say they're both there. Because even in the seeking, even in the moment where I'm feeling not enough and needing to get it in an experience, because I'm living an experience and I'm living a story, so I need to get this thing in the story. If it's not in the story, it's not any use to me as me. That's why the speaker is saying all the time, here it is, and the seeker is saying, yeah, you're saying it's here, but I'm not getting it. It's not reaching me because I need it in the form of an experience. I need it in my story. If it's not in my story, it doesn't help. And then again, the speaker's always saying, yeah, I have no help. Nothing here is going to help because nothing here is an experience. Nothing is a story. There's nothing here that's a story. And you are looking for a story because you think that you're a story. It's kind of the me. And of course, there's nobody there that thinks they're a story. There isn't any story. There isn't any me. There is none of that is going on. But there's the longing, which essentially is longing for blow up the bubble, blow it up. Get the end of this. Wake up from the dream, whatever. Burst the bubble. So that's underneath the seeking, even though the seeker can't see it. So.